Alright, we're just going to do some quick random Lego things this evening because they're just sitting around. So, I got these today. So I got another one of these, plus another one. We'll do this one first. Not very exciting. Oh gosh, I had the perfect thing to cut this. I'm just going to just go crazy. Wait, not. Oh, yes I am. Okay, I'm not. Oh, these scissors, which I randomly picked up. They were in a box I got from the op shop. That wasn't, like, I didn't expect it to be there, but they were quite a nice pair of random scissors. I also got in the same box, and I've forgotten what the box was, but it's probably something I'll do on this channel in the future. There was a little remote for an Apple device, which I thought was quirky. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters is we've got this one here, and they look slightly more complicated than the other ones I've got. I actually got another one recently, but then I built it this morning, but then I actually had another one of that exact same one, but I don't know where it is. So we're not going to do that one today. And I could have been proactive, and have got that one ready to show anyhow, but I haven't, so that's okay. It was a female rider with red hair and a red helmet, and it's quite good. But maybe we'll do that one at another point. So this one has at least a few accessories and a nicer bike. This one's got a pretty chunky bike, and they have. I do like the fact that you get like hair with all of these. He's only got one face. The other one had two faces, so. We'll put on the hair, because the hair is the most interesting piece. Sorry, I've got a lot of ink over my hands because a printer incident by helping somebody with their printer, and you never know what will happen if you do that. Well, you do, you'll get ink all over your hands. That's just pretty much guaranteed. And we've got some red visors. Now I think that's actually worth it just for the red visors, because I don't think I have that many red visors. Probably one or two, but not that many. My head is getting actually a bit hot because I'm wearing a silly animal hat thing because it's getting cold, and I actually find these silly animal hats are really good at keeping your head warm because they cover your ears. There we go, and then we just have to build the back part, which is one of these. You don't seem to get a spare one of the clippy ones, but you do get a spare of the single flat ones, and that's that. So that's his bicycle, and he's got RR, which I guess stands for Rolls Royce, because they're obviously a fan of my previous videos on building a Rolls Royce Lego set from 1976. There we go. I didn't even read the instructions. Like, there's instructions right here, and I didn't even pay any attention to them. Have they given us anything? Yes, they have told me the most important fact, that I have in fact built the back of this completely wrong. So that's nice to know. So we'll rebuild that one, and there we go. So I found actually the two that I had to play with today, which aren't these two, obviously. So because I built a couple of these on this channel before, for reasons we will never know. And the one that I just discussed, the red-headed person who I built this morning, I also took along to a place in a big hall with a nice smooth floor, and had to go with it. And one of them just doesn't go as well as the other one, so you get it's a bit of a mixed bag when you get these things. Hard to tell what makes them go better or worse. So this one here, we don't really need to read the instructions. We don't. This one also has additional pieces on it that are not. So the other ones that I've done, they have no accessories. But these ones have accessories. So these are all reduced price at the moment. So I don't know how popular they were. But strangely, the larger sets in this series are not reduced at the moment, which is a shame because you kind of want the larger ones. You don't really want to get these all the time. So But these are like I gave I gave my ones I had to some kids to play with, and they seem to enjoy it. And it's like, well, do they not know that you can buy these things? I feel like that's glow in the dark, or is it just green? It doesn't actually glow in the dark. But you know, if you look at it, it looks kind of like, well, you can't tell. You can't. It doesn't matter. But anyway, we're going to add this thing, and this doesn't actually go. This is their shoulder accessory, and we have to get it just correct, which is quite. I don't know if I've ever had a one-sided sharp pointy blade thing. Is it going to come out? No, it's not. I should have zoomed in on more on the camera. Too late. But they've got they've got a very cool helmet. Look at this helmet. So that's I wish I actually had the red one, the red-headed one, because she had a helmet, but I don't think it was the same as this one. So I think I've discussed this. I bought 3 bicycle helmets like this because I really wanted a helmet that covered my front of my face so that I could wear a visor or something. And keep the sun off my face, but they're all like for downhill cycling, and they're way too heavy for everyday use. And it's like, gosh, I really wish they'd just make a lightweight one, specifically for the purpose of covering your face when you're cycling. Because I don't, you know, it's just like I go to great lengths to cover my face when cycling, and it would be just nice to get it all in one. Just have a nice visor like this that keeps the sun out. But you can see through and you can breathe through. That would be good. And people will be like, why do you not want the sun? Because you get enough of it, alright? It's just too much sometimes. It's too much when you're cycling all the time. And anyway, this one's got an accessory, and it's this wheel. And you have to wonder kind of what the point of that is. But I assume that it means that they can do stunts, which is the name of the game when it comes to this. Stunts with a Z. Or a Z, if you wish, but I think Z sounds cooler sometimes, and Z also sounds cool sometimes. So it's nice to be able to use them both. So I pity the poor Americans of the world who may not have even heard the term Z, which I hope they have, because they don't get to use them both. Whereas if you live anywhere else, everyone's like Z or Z, whatever they feel like. There we go. I did actually meet some Americans once, and I tried to give them my email address, which ended with .nz, and they didn't know what I was talking about. So there's a good chance that some Americans don't know what that means. There we go. I can't actually get this guy to hold the things properly. Alright, so that was that. This is quite good. Quite get her to get. She's got some cool things. So it seems like the female characters have the best helmets. Because look at this helmet. His helmet is a bog standard, straightforward one, no style. But she's got look at the hair, like this hairpiece just in itself. So she so far is my favorite. Like this one's the best. The best colors. I'm a big fan of purple and that lime green. So that was that done. But anyway, at the same time, I thought, well, randomly, they had these, and you're like, these are from years ago. Why are you going through this? Well, I can't remember if I got everything. Like, I know I didn't get those two, and I did try to find them, but they've all, obviously that's going to be a bit hard. So I thought I'd just see if there's anything else that was interesting. And I honestly cannot, for the life of me, remember if I've got these ones or not. But we'll just open them up anyhow. And then there's one more thing after this. So it's the fun will not stop there. We'll keep going. So I got this one. I couldn't actually remember. Like looking at it right this second, I do not feel that I got this person. The sort of like Aztec warrior, I guess is what they're supposed to be. The previous time. But like I'm pretty. I feel confident because I would have made a comment. Look at that. You've got markings everywhere, and it's not 2 colors. It's a single yellow color thing with a lot of marking on the on that bit there. Somebody mentioned this. Just suddenly made me think of this. The little black dot there. Oh, I wish next time I get a old school character. Going to pull them out and see if they've still got that. When do they first have those? Apparently somebody said when I saw it asked on the internet that it was to enable the machines to know which way is the front of which is the front of the body and which is the back. I would assume that is for the arm putting on machine. So when the machine, so this prints it, and then obviously it prints it and then puts that, because it doesn't matter which way around it does it. And then it puts that there, and then the machine that puts the arms on needs to be orientated correctly. That's possibly the reason for its existence. And anyway, they have this, and they have a shield. And there we go. So I am confident that I did not get this one originally. I actually thought these were going to be on Reduced to Clear, but they weren't. So I don't know. I looked up on the internet, on the website of the shop that I went to get this, and I noticed that some of these are on Reduced to Clear, and I thought, well, it must be these ones, because these ones are like, you know, this is like early 2020, I don't know, 21 or 2020 even. I don't know when these came out. They're running a bit low. So we're going to do that one. What was I just going to show? Oh, that's right, I was going to say. So here is a Rick from Rick and Morty minifigure, which is obviously not real Lego. These are not his real legs. These are Lego legs. He came with one that made him look like he wasn't wearing any clothes, and I didn't quite understand that. So he wasn't wearing any pants. So anyway, does the fake Lego one have the thing? And no, they do not have the little mark. So that is intriguing. He also has two faces, if you haven't seen this two faces. One that he's burping, and that doesn't really work. And that one's okay. Like, that looks fine. He has a nose, though, which is disconcerting, but the hair works. Anyway, so that's been sitting on my desk for ages, if you've been wondering. Now, I keep thinking about buying new fake Lego minifigures, because some of them are pretty good, some of them aren't so good. So anyway, that one was okay. Obviously not right. The RoboCop one was the best one that I've had, and some of the Aliens ones were okay, and a few other characters were okay, and some of them were terrible. But anyway, we're going to look at this, and it's the bee person. And again, I could not remember if I'd got the bee person, but I felt like I really wanted the bee person. So even if I have already got the bee person, no, I honestly do not think I have, because look at that expression on that face. I would remember that. But then again, I can go back and look over the videos and say, oh, okay, I did get it. I don't feel like I did. So I feel like this was been a wise purchase. So that's quite cool, that one. And then you get these pieces. So apparently they're standing. Is this accessory meant to be... Because I've never seen them that colour. So maybe they're using it for something. I guess they're holding it like this, or maybe it's going in the front or something. That's kind of... Well, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to read the instructions for that one, because I don't know how to use that piece. There we go. Where's the little... Oh, there it is. Okay. So this one is good. Like, I felt there was one that I wanted, and it was kind of like one that was... It must have been from another series. That was a little bit like it was a hazard waste robot or something. Hazardous waste robot. So that is actually what we're making, except we're supposed to make it like that. And that's their little puffy, smoky thing to smoke out the bees. And that's their honeycomb, which I think is quite neat. So that's a good character. So I feel like that was this random purchase, because I'd honestly decided I was never going to touch these ones again, and they can just sit in the shop until they're all gone. And who's buying these ones, because they're so... there's 3 other series at least sitting in the shop at the moment. So it was surprising. But anyway, that's that done. So good purchase there. That was fun. Even though they weren't reduced to clear when I thought they possibly were. I'm not entirely sure I would have actually gone to the checkout if I didn't know that if I knew that they weren't reduced to clear. But because I had the feeling that they might possibly be reduced to clear, it somehow made me feel happy to buy them at normal price. Anyway, Batman. So I saw this in the shop at the supermarket some time ago, and got it. And I haven't seen another one. It's like one of those things that they had Ninjago ones for ages, and then suddenly they have this one, and I don't know anything about this magazine, and I looked it up, and there wasn't that much about it. But I get the feeling that they actually sometimes they have Marvel characters, and sometimes they have DC or something like that. But this time it was just the only time I've ever seen this sold in New Zealand, and it had a Batman on the front cover, so you can't go wrong. I want to take it off without actually damaging the magazine, because I prize my magazines and I will always keep this forever and ever and ever. Opening it up, what is inside? Is it a Batman? It is a Batman. And is it gonna? It does actually feel the same. It's like the Ninjago. It doesn't quite feel. It just could be my imagination. Let's just take this guy here, top of the line. So he doesn't actually feel that different. But there's just something about it. I'm sure it's in my head, because this is just the same as other Batmans that I've got. In fact, I feel like it's probably like very similar to previous Batmans, but there's something about this that they're not quite the same quality as the ones you normally get. There's just something about the plastic. It just doesn't. I guess I cannot possibly weigh things accurately enough to be able to tell you. There you go. But it'll be interesting. Do they make these ones for magazines in a different place, or are they made by a different person? And I'm sure it does. Does it say Lego? Does it have a? What do they? It has a little white mark, so that's got that thing. And I assume it says the word Lego. It does say the word Lego on the bottom. So of course it's actual Lego, but I feel like they've got like some secret factory hidden away that they just do the bulk for magazines and things. So it's very hard to explain why I think this thing here is cheaper than this one, because otherwise it looks fine. So, but anyway, what's in the magazine other than Batman? There's another Batman. You can never go past having enough Batmans. Though I have to be honest, I would have preferred picking up a magazine that had a non-Batman character. But you get this at the front, which is an advertisement, which you can just see there. I think it's just mainly a a comic. And I'm going to skip over this because obviously I don't want to get, you should be buying the magazine. You shouldn't be just reading it here. So we'll just skip a bunch of pages. And so there's puzzles, game thing, a big poster, and more stuff, which is pretty good. Like the poster's good. I'd put that up on my wall. Some mazes, that's quite nice. And see, like a Superman would have been nice. And look, wait. No, I was going to say, isn't that Wolverine? That looks a lot like Wolverine, but they're not Wolverine. I think they just look like Wolverine because they're upside down. There's the Flash, and Yellow Flash, and these characters from that movie I haven't watched. You know the one. And furthermore. So that's quite cool. I haven't read this yet, but it looked like it would be quite funny. So I just thought I'd talk about the sharks. Look at those sharks. Yes, that was it. Those are just random Lego things that I have accumulated over the years since I was young. By over the years I mean within the last, couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. There's nothing much else to say. Really got to look after this hair, because this hair is well worth it. What if Batman had blue hair? I actually have blue hair at the moment, so this goes well with me. This is what I look like in the morning when I have my headband on and I'm pretending to be Batman, except my hair's not entirely blue, it's also red. But you get the impression. And you would think that would be from my hair, but it is not actually. It's from a printer. But I have had, because I'm very bad at it, when you put the blue dye in, I always wear gloves. But when I go to rinse it out, I don't wear gloves. And, well, you have to rinse it. You have to wear gloves when you rinse it out. Otherwise, you have a day of a slight blue tinge to your hand. True story. In fact, that might have been the same. That might have been the case like the last time I made a video. I don't remember. Thanks for watching. Bye. This is not part of today's stuff. Bye.